Now last spring I bought rootstock and I grafted onto that rootstock. You can see I've got honeycrisp and I've got wealthies here. They're doing real good. Some of them have really grown tall. We'll let this grow one more year before we trim it back. But another thing we did is I showed you how to do some bud grafting. So I took 3 out here and did a bud graft onto them after I planted them. Now this is that bud graft right here. You can see it's taken off real well. So what we want to do now is we want to cut off right above that and just let that bud graft grow. Now that's a wealthy. I got it marked with a red tie. And this bud graft is the strongest graft that you can do, also the fastest growing. It's ideal for small plants and rootstock. Larger trunks, you get up there a nickel or bigger, even a dime or bigger, the tree branch gets way too large and it starts to pull the bark away and your bud graft will dry up. This here is one of our honeycrisp trees. We did the same thing when we were demonstrating the bud graft, and we put a bud graft down here and you can see how this is growing. Same thing, we're going to cut off right above that and seal that, and we will have our honeycrisp growing from there. Now this is the third tree that we demonstrated a bud graft on. This is another wealthy, and you can see the scion is growing real nice. It's got great growth on it, but we can also see down here the bud graft is taking off. You can see that graft right in there. So we're going to let that grow instead of the scion. I'm going to cut off right above it. We'll keep our red tag. We'll seal that so it doesn't dry out on the tip, and we'll let that become our new wealthy. Now what we want to do with this bud graft is cut off everything above it. Yes, the scion that we put on last spring is doing great, but we want to take advantage of this bud that will produce a much stronger graft and will grow much faster. So what we want to do is just cut off the rootstock right above it. Now I want to cover that with some tree tar so the rootstock doesn't dry out. Here's a tree wound I have. Looks like black tar. This is what we're going to use to apply on the top of that. So here we go, and just apply it to the top, covering that top. Now that will keep that from drying out. I hope this gives you some confidence in how to start your own rootstock and start your own apple trees and build your own orchard. You can do it both by scions. I use both the cleft graft and the tongue and whip graft. I prefer the bud graft. It is the best graft. You want to grow these in the garden for 2 years, protecting them from the deer and the rabbits. After they're 2 years, get them out in your field, your yard, get the base wrapped with chicken wire to protect from the rabbits, and put a fence around it, an electrical post, move that up to protect the tree from the deer. I'll put that fencing on there for about 5 years. I take everything off. The tree should be able to support itself. And good luck. I hope this helps in you producing your own trees.